Frank, if we look back at those last couple victories for Chelsea over Manchester City, is there a blueprint, is there a plan for Chelsea to win this game on Saturday that we can take from those matches?
Yes, definitely. They can get the confidence out of it. And what they did is they've been very strong at the back. They work hard in the middle of the park, and they got the chances that they had at front. And they've been more killer than they normally are, if we can compare with other games. They will play, I think, more in counter-attack than Manchester City. I think City will control the game. But with the pace of the player at front, that may be the solution for Chelsea to win that game. You can find so many signs, and the fact that they won the last two games is maybe a little bit of a plus for Chelsea, bringing some confidence, I say. And they can also take the fact that never in the Champions League a team who played this for the first time is Champions League final won. They all lost. So it happened to all clubs. Will it be happen to Manchester City? I don't know. Everybody, we are less than 24 hours before the final. Everybody can find a sign. The good sign for Chelsea, they won the last two games. We say never two without three as well. So all the signs are for Chelsea. But we all know that Manchester City is the favorite because, well, if we take individually, I think they are a better team. So it's an open final. The final, you don't play a final, you win a final. That's it.
Frank says all signs point to Chelsea, but Stevie, if we're going off form here, across all competitions, Chelsea have lost 3 of their last 4. Any worry there and how they're playing coming into this match?
Oh, 100%. Listen, if it wasn't for Ayoze Perez missing a fantastic chance for the last kick of the game, it would have been 3 losses and a draw, and they would have been out the top 4. So the truth is, if Thomas Tuchel looks at how they're performing, then they're struggling. I love that when he was talking about, well, we just want to make this another day at the office. Well, I'll tell you what, they haven't been having many good days at the office. And so that has to be a concern. As far as beating City twice, number one, they didn't play City's first team. And number two, all this is going to do is going to put City on their toes. And the other thing about City is every time they've been knocked out under Pep, he's always tried to do something clever. But at his press conference, he's talking about how we just need to go out and play the way we can. We need to go out and do the things we're good at. I mean, that's telling me that he's going to do nothing other than put his best team on the field and tell them to go and play and do your stuff. Keep it simple. And just do what you do. That's bad news for Chelsea.
Craig, this idea of Pep kind of tinkering too much in the Champions League, is it a tired narrative or something that City fans should be worried about come Saturday?
Well, I don't think he's tinkered too much in the Champions League. I think he's tinkered in other competitions. We saw that graphic there. That certainly wasn't his strongest team. There's 3, maybe 4 of those players will probably not start. So, as Stevie said, he hasn't, in some of those games, played what we would perceive his strongest 11 without a natural striker, with a partnership of Stones and Diaz. So, look, it's a difficult game to call in the sense that, Chelsea have had good and bad days lately. But Frank's right. They'll try and play a counter-attacking game. It'll be interesting to see his selection up front, Thomas Tuchel, whether he goes for 3 pacey guys or whether he tries to throw in a ball-playing player as well. But no doubt, I don't think we'll see Guardiola try and do anything clever here in terms of what he's done all year. Playing without a striker in the final is not going to try to be clever because he's pretty much done it in all the big games, and I expect him to do it again. So they'll play their strongest side. I would expect, barring all the injuries, Foden to play. Obviously, Gundogan's been a bit of a concern, but he has been one of the best players. And if City play really, really well and are not sloppy in the final third and defend the way that they have for pretty much 95% of the season, as Stevie said, it is going to be a difficult game then for Chelsea.
Shaka, I'm fascinated by the dynamic of who is the pressure on, as Craig talks about, the pressure kind of mounting on Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Is that how you see it?
Yeah.
Chelsea kind of playing with house money here?
Absolutely. Chelsea are playing with house money. As Craig rightly points out, Tuchel delivered what he was brought in to do, albeit limping over the finish line at the end of the season, as the boys rightly pointed out. I mean, it goes even further back than that. Three losses in their last four. Before that, the fifth to last game was against City, where, but for Aguero maybe trying that Panenka just before half-time with the penalty, we could be having a totally different discussion about Chelsea and their form coming to this one. But given the money that City have spent, given the reason that they go out and get Pep Guardiola, it's all been about the Champions League, a tournament that's eluded them so far this season, and now all of a sudden they get to their first final in as good form in this competition as they could hope for. They're 100% in the knockout stages. It has a feeling of this has to be the time. And as much as Frank is saying that no first-time finalist has won it, there is this just pressure around City that it has to be now or bust. And Chelsea playing with house money.
All that said, let's get some predictions. I'll start with you.
I'm going to go Manchester City, 2-0.
Really?
Yeah.
That kind of game. All right. Craig, who do you think will win come Saturday?
I'm going to go Man City, ditto Shaka, 2-0.
Wow, okay, a couple 2-0. Stevie?
Pep's going to be feeling the pressure. I don't think so. My goodness, this guy's seen it and done it. City wins comfortably.
Wow.
I'll say 2-0, but it may be more.
Okay. Frank?
I don't want to be involved in that. You know, my heart will go first. So it won't be a prediction. It will be a wish. So I don't want to be involved in that. Leave me alone.
All right, Frank, give us your wish then. Give us your wish, huh?
Well, you know what my wish is, you know? Come on.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.